Alrighty guys, you got your boy Titan here, bringing you guys another Locals deck profile, and we got Mr. Iain Cowie, the Paleo God himself, back on the channel. How's it going today, Iain?
Good. This isn't Paleo, but it's a bit more consistent, and the Reaper Field Center is fitting because my opponent's weak when they actually read what my cards do.
Oh, okay. So what did you end up playing this week?
I played Pure DDD.
Pure DDDs, okay.
To a 4-0 top, dropping only a single game all day, and that was to Heroes.
Wow, that is crazy. So switching from a total control deck to something combo, hey? Okay,
Yes.
Okay, awesome. What were your matchups today, man?
First one was against an Egyptian God deck.
Okay.
Which I just have an auto win button so they can't tribute summon, and
Yep.
they cry.
Yep.
Second was branded Despia, which the auto win button says they can't fusion, and they also cry.
And oh man.
Third one I played against Zombie Eldlick branded.
Okay.
And once they realized they couldn't fuse, they also cried. People were not very happy with my cards.
Yeah, I bet not.
And then last match was Heroes, which I took 2-1 because game 2 I bricked on double droplets evenly.
Oh wow.
Which was very sad.
Crazy. Okay. Well, do you got any shout outs here before we go off with the profile?
Shout out to the boys for doing this every week for all the tops.
Hey,
gotta give them props.
Hey, we appreciate it, man.
Plus, you gotta love the free wins on them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you haven't beat the game nights challenge yet. You haven't plowed through all three of us yet, but it might happen one of these days. Days. All right, so let's go off into the profile here and show the spice.
We'll start with the cards you never want to see in your hand. The Typhon, the Lamia, the Swirl Slime, and the Necro Slime.
Okay.
They're all one-ofs. Necro and Typhon let you fuse from your grave. Swirl Slime's a poly from hand, and then Lamia is just level 1 tuner that can special itself.
Yep.
So all of these are just further extenders. Swirl Slime you can also banish from grave to summon a DD from hand.
Okay.
So every single one of these is just more extension every single time.
Yep.
But you don't really want to open them. Typically you want to foolish them
Yep.
or pitch them off Griffin.
Yep, that makes sense.
After that, you start getting into the pendulums. The pendulums cards that you don't want to see in your hand, you'd rather search them off gate or set off of your gill. The one Thomas, the one Rage, the one Ragnarok, and the one Requiem.
Okay.
So Rage just says you don't take any effect damage once per turn.
Yep.
So he skips your contracts, and you can normal summon without tribute.
Yep.
For all your 5 or highers. Thomas, add a pendulum monster from your extra deck back to your hand. Or his monster deck, pop a scale, summon an 8 from deck.
Okay.
Ragnarok's a monster born in scale and on field.
Okay.
So he's just good. And Requiem is anything made by it. You can shuffle one of your contracts from hand or field into deck, pop a card your opponent controls, and then gain 1,000 life. So he comes up in time.
Okay.
And his scale effect, pop a contract, summon himself, and he can level modulate.
Yep.
So he's an extender that can be whatever level you need.
Okay.
For popping him.
Did it come up in time today?
It did not come up in time, but it came up against zombies. I made Machinex with him, because he's a DDD,
Yep.
to pop Zombie World and give me 2 interruptions with Gate.
Oh, man.
Which is very bad against their Eldlick, because you just equip it, and they have no way to get it back.
Yep. It's pretty good.
After that, you get much more into your actual combo pieces. 2 Orthros, 1 Cerberus, triple Griffin, and triple Copernicus are your level 4s.
Yep.
Copernicus is just a foolish burial. He sends any of your slimes, your fusions, any of that sets you up.
Yep.
Griffin is just pure extension in a card. If he's pendulum summoned, pitch a DD or contract, draw a card. If he's summoned from grave, search a DD card. And if you control a DD, special him from hand.
Yeah, he was.
He is just pure extension.
Yeah, he was an excellent just like new card for them. Like super good.
He makes the deck run.
Yeah.
Orthros, he is a MST in scale, pops a Dark Contractor or DD to pop a card.
Yep.
He's your in-deck out to Mystic Mine.
Oh, okay.
And then if you take effect damage, he summons himself, and he's a level 4 tuner.
Gotcha.
With a decent scale. Cerberus is in here because he's a level 4, and his scale effect lets you modulate levels to 4. So you can go for Synchro or XZ plays a lot easier. He's just there to fix bad hands, but he's a 4, so you can make use of him.
Nice.
He's the only 4 you don't really want to see. After that, the last main deck DD monster is Kepler. Kepler is the reason your deck goes round. He searches your Dark Contract, so he's a 1-card Gilgamesh to Scales.
Okay.
Which is a 1-card lockout with their trap.
Ooh.
Yes.
That's pretty nice.
Kepler is very, very good.
That's pretty nice.
After that, you get into their spells. 3 gate, once per turn Rhoda. It's just good.
Yep.
There's nothing you can say bad with this card. There's 1 Swamp King, 1 Patent License, 1 1-for-1, the 1 Called By, and the 3 Piri Ray.
Oh, yep. Yep. Piri Ray, yep.
Piri Ray searches your Kepler or your Copernicus,
Yep.
so you can combo off with whatever you need for your hand.
Gotcha.
Half your life, you don't care. Your opponent's not going to be playing, and you can gain life with Diarch or with King Requiem.
Yep.
So you can just get it all back. Called by hand traps, they have to open 2 most hands to stop you.
Yeah.
This is just insurance in case you open a bad hand.
Yep.
And it's just good against the meta.
It is a god card.
1-for-1's an extender because you can get Kepler off of it.
Yep.
So you just special Kepler search contract, or you can get Lamia, or you can get Necro Slime to make Gil and put it in grave.
Okay.
So he's just good extender. Swamp King is just a fusion for hand, field, or grave. So he's just more extension.
Yep.
Patent License is a lockout card. If you control a DD of a Fusion, Synchro, Link, or XZ type, when your opponent summons that type, they take 1,000 damage and they can't summon that type for the rest of the turn.
Ooh.
So they get 1 of each mechanic per turn as long as you control
Oh,
it.
man, yeah, that's
And it
nasty.
deals 1,000 burn, so it comes up a lot in time when your opponent doesn't read.
Ooh, that's nasty.
And if it leaves the field, add a DD scale from your extra deck to your hand or from grave to hand. So he also has extension.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
After that, you get into their 1 DD trap, Eternal Darkness.
Yep.
This is the win button of the deck.
Okay.
If you have DD cards in your scales, your opponent cannot target monsters on the field to spell trap effects.
Okay.
They cannot tribute them for a tribute summon, or use them for a Fusion, Synchro, or Z summon.
Okay.
So you just flip this after you get Gil, and you say, have fun, please try.
Okay. Okay. I noticed that you're not playing the DDD Headhunt. How do you feel about Headhunt?
I think Headhunt's bad, because a lot of the times I don't special Griffin from grave, so it's just an unsearchable one of.
Oh, okay.
And flipping this is so much better because it is just full shutdown. Despia can't shuffle back Lubellian to make Mirror Jade.
Yeah, that is
Heroes
fair.
can't summon anything.
Yeah.
They can go into their links and pray they open Fusion Destiny.
Yeah, that is fair.
Sword Soul looks at this and goes, wait, I can't synchro.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
No.
just a straight up flip a win button.
Yeah. 100%.
Typical DD contract, take 1,000 and stand by. DD Rage lets you skip it, so it's just a free I win.
Yeah. So yeah,
Every time.
you just feel like it's just better than just
Yeah.
playing the Headhunt.
It's so much better. Headhunt's bad. After that, you get into the hand trap lineup. I fit 11 hand traps into this.
Okay.
2 Crow, it's just good against Sword Soul when they want to Taya. You
Yep.
can banish their target.
Yep.
And this stops Brandon in red by removing
Oh
the
yeah,
target.
very well, very good against branded. Absolutely.
3 Bell, also
Yep.
stops the Taya
Yep.
and stops Brandon in
Also
red.
branded. Yep.
Also
100%.
stops Eldlick,
Yep.
so it's just good. 3 Ash, and 3 Imperm.
Yep. Pretty standard.
Just standard lineup, but
Yep.
11 hand traps, you almost always see 1, and if you don't, you're seeing all your extenders, so your opponent needs 3 hand traps.
Yep.
And they just feel very, very awkward about it. Your extra deck, you're only playing 1 of Synchro, it's 1 Siegfried.
Okay.
This actually lets you get around Dark Ruler no more, because he has a quick effect target spell trap negate, so you can wait to chain your Eternal Darkness and then
Oh.
negate the Dark Ruler.
Okay.
He is very much like Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss in that,
Yep.
and if he is destroyed by battle card effect, gain 1,000 for each contract you control, so he stops you from dying
Nice.
in time. After that, your fusion lineup, you get into double Genghis, baby, 1 big Genghis, 1 Diarch, and 1 Caesar Ragnarok.
Okay.
So these guys, they're just monster borns if a DD is summoned.
Yep.
This is a monster born if a DD is normal or special summoned.
Okay.
And during your turn, if your opponent actually spell trap, just negate it.
Gotcha.
Diarch is your time win button. If you take effect damage, you gain it as life instead.
Ooh, okay.
So you just pop Rage out of your scale, summon this, and your contracts give you 1,000 every turn.
Gotcha. Did that come up at all today?
It did come up once. I got very low, and my opponent was kind of, I'm just going to pop your Rage. And I'm like, okay, I'm at 850. I'll make Diarch. I'll make
Okay.
Gil set scales plus 1,000 life.
Yep.
They were not very happy when they realized I lived.
Yeah, I bet not.
Caesar Ragnarok, you almost never actually hard make this. This is a lot of times your Gilgamesh target when it dies.
Okay.
It's a 3,200 beat stick that bounces a contractor DD you control to equip one of your opponent's monsters against its attack.
Okay.
This is a very fun out to Mirror Jade because it doesn't trigger it, and it also doesn't trigger DP.
Oh, yes, that's true. Yep.
So this is just a big 32 beat stick that makes it very awkward for them to deal with.
Ooh, that's pretty spice. Pretty spice.
Your XZs are your biggest suite, and they are typically going to be your game winners. 1 baby Caesar, 1 Tell, 1 big Caesar, 1 Kali Yuga, and 2 Machinex.
Okay.
This searches any contract when sent to grave.
Yep.
So you go Kepler to contract to search Griffin, special Griffin, make Gil.
Yep.
Gil set scales, you go 0 Cerberus, you pendulum them out, because you have 0, because you have 1 through 5.
Yep.
Cerberus makes Kepler 4, make this. Link into Gil. search your Eternal Darkness, set it, you end on Gil.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
you just go, I win button.
That's pretty nice.
Hell, if you took damage this turn, make a monster on the field, lose 1,000 attack, deal 1,000 to your opponent, comes up in time.
Yep.
Caesar is a not once per turn. If your opponent activates a spell, trap, or monster effect that would summon a monster, you just detach material, negate, destroy, and a DD and himself gain 1,800 attack.
Okay.
He is not once per turn, so he's like 2 solemn warnings.
Wow.
Yugioh. He is the hardest to summon, but if you summon him, you win.
Yeah, pretty much. Did you make him at all today?
I made him once
Okay.
for the heavy storm effect
Yep.
into the hero player at 3 back row.
Oh, okay, yep.
If he's summoned, it doesn't activate, he just blanket negates the field the moment he touches down.
Yeah, that's...
So he also outs Mystic Mine.
Yeah, that's pretty good. It's
Then you
pretty
heavy
good.
storm the field by detaching material and detach another to set a contract.
Yep.
So you can not worry about popping your own contracts.
Yeah.
And then Machinax is just detach to or pop a contract, equip to hit, make
Yeah.
a monster that activates effects material once per chain. So him with 2 contracts up is 4 or 5 negate.
Yeah.
It's just 4 or 5 steals.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time your opponent just doesn't know what to do.
Yeah, just another great support card that really just like let DDD kind of,
He's so good.
just shout out, hey, we're still here.
if
we
they out
we
your-
still do some stuff.
Yeah. If they out your scales, he just puts himself in it. So
Yeah.
now you have a skill 10.
Yeah.
And then he can swap himself out for 1 in your extra deck or grave. So he just replacement scales for
Gotcha.
everything every time.
Gotcha.
Then after that, real king of the deck, 3 Gilgamesh.
Of
You gotta
course.
play 3. I went through 2 every first turn. Third one is just there to clear spaces. But if he's link summoned, just set 2 scales from your deck.
Yep.
He places them, not activate, so he gets around anti-spell.
Oh,
And then you take 1,000 damage,
very, very nice.
which does not matter in this deck. You're paying, you get life back. And if he is destroyed by your opponent's card effect or by their attacking monster, summon a DDD from your grave or extra deck and face up defense. So if you set the Ragnarok, you summon the big Genghis, Ragnarok trigger, pull him back.
Yep.
Big Genghis trigger, pull another monster back so you can get your spell trap negate back.
Yep.
So it doesn't matter. You go +2 off of them popping this.
Oh, that's so good.
Or you just summon Ragnarok and say, I'm going to break your board next turn.
Yep. So good.
That is the whole extra.
All right, going off into the side deck
The
here.
side deck, I didn't actually touch as much of this as I thought I would today.
Okay.
3 Chalice, stops Hero, Sword Soul, stops everything.
Yep.
Just good quick play.
Yep.
3 Evenly, good generic board breaker.
Yep.
Your
absolutely.
battle phase, Ragnarok halves your damage when it revives in scale, so you're never going to OTK anyway. So just being able to evenly and them do your plays,
Yep.
it doesn't matter. You're not OTKing them.
Yep.
3 Droplet. For any of the one-ups that you
okay.
open in your hand, you can
Okay,
pitch
so
them
you're
to
playing
negate.
and playing both Chalice and Droplet.
I
Okay.
am.
Okay.
And then you can also send your scales for. You can send your gates for this.
Yeah,
too.
no, it
So
makes
it's just
sense.
All around good card.
Makes sense. Almost
And-
like you're playing the Chalice just for a budget there, but
No,
you got them
I
all in
have
there.
both.
You got them all in there.
I have the Chalice mostly. I'm playing both mostly for Despia.
Yep.
So when they brand it in red and they pull back Chimera and Mirror Jade, I can just go, okay, I'm going to Chalice that. Or I can Droplet both of them. 'Cause
Yep.
You can't target the Chimera if they have the poly.
Oh, okay.
So it's just there to play around the Despia boards in one way or another.
Very nice.
After that, game 3, this deck, it doesn't die to a lot of hand traps except Nibiru.
Gotcha.
Nibiru and Droll make this very sad because the only 3 hand traps in the game that interact with Gil is Imperm, Valor, and Gamma
Yeah, that's true.
because he places scales. So I'm playing 3 crossout with Valor, Droll, and Nib targets.
Oh, okay. Okay. How did the crossover perform today?
I didn't actually put them in because I didn't have anybody drop any of these on the first game.
Oh, really?
And I didn't see anybody use them second game, so I never put them in. These
Gotcha.
are just there in case your opponent does it. You can then go, okay, I'm going to have more answers.
Gotcha.
Because
Gotcha.
this plus the 1 called means you can negate a lot more.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Nib is the only one that really ends your turn.
Yep. So would you keep this in the side deck for next time, or would you like swap any of that out?
It's good to have. I think it's not necessary to play. If you need a budget alternative, you can play Prohibition.
Yeah.
And just call key cards. I like this. Your crows are flex spots. You have so many cards that search each other. They're just more flex spots. So siding 6 out is never really a problem. So you can easily make room for droplets chalices for this whole package.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
It's just what you need.
Yeah. What would you say was the MVP card of the day?
MVP card was just going. It's going to end up being Wave King Caesar, searching any contract at any time
Really?
you need.
Okay.
some games you sit there and go, being able to extend off into Swamp King,
Yep.
to fuse with the Necro Slime, to make double Genghis, to revive Caesar,
Yep.
to make High Wave King, which is your not once per turn, and then slapping Machinex on Caesar himself, and just saying, I have 2 negate summons, plus 2 steals, please play.
Wow. Dang, I was on. Yeah, awesome. No, that's pretty sweet, man. That's pretty sweet. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, thank you so much, Iain, for showing us the DDD deck. Congratulations again for topping today 4-0. Yeah, guys, remember to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and yeah, let us know in the comments what your favorite card of the deck was. And yeah, guys, we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah.
Deuces.